Hello and welcome back. Today I'm just going to dive into a couple things I've been working on here and just catch you up to speed a little bit. I have been working on fonts for a while. Let me share my screen. Give me one sec. I'm going to share the right screen. It always helps. This should do. Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to leave it in this kind of mode. Just it's easier just to kind of to throw the pictures in here so I could show you versus going through every one of them. And I'm going to talk to about the layout here really quick, and then we'll go into the actual fonts themselves. So this particular image is for the Glyphs app. So what I do is I've been creating the fonts in Adobe Illustrator, and I do have a MacBook, so instead of doing them completely in Glyphs all the way, I'm baby stepping my way in there. So basically, so I've been working in Illustrator, creating my fonts and then moving them into glyphs. Now, if anybody's a pro at glyphs, a little later on, I'm going to ask you for a tip on doing colored, because I have an interesting font set that doesn't quite work well for a font per se. Works great as individual letter SVGs, but I'll show you that in just a minute. This particular one is a sans serif font. I called it Thistle and Mynt. You can see that it's got thick and thins. It's nice and, these are all the capital letters together, so you can kind of see them in a group. And then this is all the lowercase letters. So you kind of see how they all work together and the spacing that they have. I use the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog because basically that is the phrase that uses every letter in the alphabet. It's the easiest way to see how things were working well together. And then when I'm also in the Glyphs app, I'll go through and type in other phrases and things and see how they look and try to adjust the heights where they're needed. So I'm going to go a little bit faster than this, but Thistle and Mint. And I have Skyscraper. As you can see, the capital letters are really tall, but they're a little lot thicker than the other one was, but very legible, which I like a lot. I have a lot of fun with that one. Slab serif font is kind of exactly like it sounds. It's got slabs on the ends as the serifs on the every little block here you see on here. So it's a lot blockier than the typical fonts. This one I've called Maple Bound. I guess I'm jonesing for fall in Vermont again. So I had all these fun names for these. Decorative slab serifs. So this is the one. Anybody has experience with Glyphs 3 more than I had not worked with color. Turning these into an actual font. For right now, I will be turning them into, and I'll put this in a little bit bigger. I'm going to be adding some more black border around it. So it's got a lot more contrast in there because it's, white on white is very hard to see. If it was on a darker color, it would stand out a lot better. But to make these all individual letters inside of glyphs, to turn them into an actual font, that I'm definitely curious to see. This particular one has an extra overlay on it, so it looks a little bit darker than the rest. But yes, if you know and you know how to do it, you've done it before, know where to see that, let me know in the comments. Oh my gosh, I'd be very excited. So these will be turned into SVGs for now, individual letter SVGs on my to-do list. I'm not quite there yet. But the next one I created, also decorative slab serif. I called it Starline, as you can see. Four sets of stars in each of the letters, mostly on left-hand side where where I could get it in there. T's obviously don't have the left-hand side. So a lot thicker, very bold, which I like, which was perfect for 4th of July. And hey, we can use it for birthdays, we can use it for announcements, graduations. It's such a fun font to use. You rule right now. I mean, as if you're watching this as this comes out, it's back to school time, and so this is very reminiscent of back to school style font. Um, yes, and I had a lot of fun with that too. I made it a little bit softer. The white areas inside are actually cut out, so if you were to put it on a dark background or a bright background, it will show through. Fair warning on that. This one is a little bit lighter weight. Kind of going back and forth trying to see what I like, what I gravitate to most. And for me, for the most part, it's the thicker ones because I like to use them on signs and cards and products and stuff like that. So I'll show you that a little bit later here. But this one's a little bit thinner, but it's uniform across the board. And the main difference between the serif font and this one is that there's a much smoother. I see where it had before it was slabs, right? So it's a lot curvier. It's a lot smoother of a transition. So that's why I use that one. Um, yeah, script fonts. I'm not there yet. I tell you right now, I got to keep working on that. These are cool for as individual letters. Very swirly. I'm like, I got a little carried away, but it was so much fun to do. So I just went with it. So yeah, very swirly. You could probably use these capital letters by themselves to start out, a card. Maybe it's the first name of somebody, and then the rest is in a more lighter weight, less curly, less frou-frou-y style lowercase letters. Unlike these are very frou-frou-y. So these you'd have to space them out a little bit more to make them a little bit more legible, in my opinion. But I still like it. I still had fun doing it, so I had no regrets. The next script font I attempted, a little bit better, a lot more legible. Still need to work on my thick and thins, but hey, I like this too. Um, Again, quick brown fox jumps over lazy dog. So these are curvy, but not as swirly as that other one is. Now I have a little bit going on here, like with the I and the T and the O and the J. I mean, looking back, I'd probably knock those off just to make that a little bit clearer. But again, keep moving forward. Oh, why move back? The last one I want to share with you here, I actually created on my iPad using Procreate. So you don't always need Adobe Illustrator or Glyphs or any of the fancy tools. I did end up putting it into Glyphs though to turn it into a font because that allows me to create the OTFs and the TTFs. So if there's other programs that you use that do the same thing, I'll drop them in the comments. I totally want to know because I'm mostly a PC girl and made myself a Mac girl in order to start learning how to really dive into the font world here. I called this one Cuddle Chunk. It's a very thick font. It's kind of hourglassy shape. I kind of pulled it through in all the negative spaces as I could, just to give it something different, just something unusual. So tell me what you think. Which one is your favorite? Um, which ones do you think you would use? Which ones are a little too out there? And how you would change them? What might make it different that you'd be like, oh yeah, I would use it for that. Anyway, just let me know. Um, Fonts and used. So how do you use them? What do you use them for? Well, one, I have these two available in my shop already. The others aren't there yet. Again, on my to-do list. I got tons of things going on, so takes a little bit of time. and and downtime and after time and around anyway, lots of time. So I'm totally working on everything. But these two right here, Thistle and Mynt and the Skyscraper, the first two, they are available in my shop already. Other things that I use my fonts for, social media posts. You'll see this one in my Instagram, um, over in Pinterest. So where I use Starline here for the top to kind of do that sneak peek announcement coming through for this fall mug. I think it just went out there this week. And fall gifts for bulldog lovers and is coming soon are also in Dear Doodle. So that's the font for that one. You can use it in your posters and use it for prints, use it for magnets, use it for stickers. You can promote your businesses, approach your shops. You have a logo here, tennis mom here, and a magnet for a fridge. Different font here, same bulldog, but I have love in there. So it's a little bit different font. This Chick or Treat was really a sans serif, really blocky font that I ended up just creating some orange and black stripes for, reminiscent just to bring us in for Halloween, point you down, looking at our lovely little chick inside of a ghost costume there. So funny. I've had fun with it anyway. You tell me if you like it or not. Products, mockups, logos, and sayings. So other things you can use it on: t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, logos, SVGs. Pretty much I'm trying to, just be able to get my creativity out there. You got to get it out there. I'm always making something. I'm always doing something on my hands, and going more, trying to go more the digital route, so I have less physical things in the house, which is for the Mr. Loves. Um, but different ways. But I also want to support the crafting community because, you guys are out there, you're all creating, you all want new things. I'm with you. I always do too, right? So it's more like a give and take with everybody coming back and forth, with whatever platforms you're on. Um, the my dog is the only one who listens. Positive living. This particular spot here, of course, that's Starline, and you can see it on a sweatshirt. You can see how nice and readable it is, even from far away. Even this one, even though it's small, my dog thinks I'm cool. Still legible. That one's Thistle and Mynt, which is generally a little bit harder because of the thins inside there. The thick part kind of stands out. The thin part, you see on that little Y, kind of disappears a little bit. So keep working on that. And then this one's the U rule font, and you saw that there were the lines around it, and you could see that the fall leaves are kind of coming through already on there. And what you can't tell, even though it's a small size, it's still legible. That those actual cutout lines are in there, but because of the size of it, you don't see it. But it still makes it very interesting because it's still highly legible, which I really like that. So having fun working on the fonts. Thanks for walking through my font forest with me. If you're interested and you want to take a look at any of them, you stop by my shop. It's serifproutydesigns.etsy.com. You can scan the QR code, it'll take you there. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you think I could have done better. Let me know if you're looking for a certain style that you haven't seen out there. Like personally, I think my next one that I want to work on, besides continuing to work on script fonts, I think that's going to take a while to really get a nice smooth one. I almost need to take a calligraphy class, I think, to really like get that flow going there. But I'll keep practicing that, is to work on some display fonts that are really large, kind of like those collegiate style large letters that you can put other things inside of them, whether it's photos or patterns or textures, things like that. So, let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. Thanks for stopping by.